You're listening to the Dibbly Dobbly Podcast. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and click the bell to make sure you get the latest episodes of the podcast. Be sure to like and share our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter. Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Dibbly Dobbly Podcast. On today's episode of the podcast, we preview the ICC T20 World Cup for 2021. It's the Dibbly Dobbly Podcast, and let's get started. Let's have a look at round one of the T20 World Cup, which sees two groups of 4 teams. The top 2 teams from each group will qualify for the Super 12 stage of the T20 World Cup. In Group A, we have Ireland, Namibia, the Netherlands, and Sri Lanka. In Group B, we have Bangladesh, Oman, Papua New Guinea, and Scotland. Let's predict the top 2 teams from each group that will qualify for the Super 12 stage. Now, whenever you have associate countries and associate members playing against each other, there's a lot of unpredictability of who will win. All the teams are at different skill levels and are at different stages of their development as a cricket team. Let's start with Group A and predict the top 2 teams to qualify for the Super 12 stage. I think Ireland and the Netherlands will go through. Both teams have done well in T20 cricket and have done well at ICC events in the past. Let's have a look at Group B and predict the top 2 teams to qualify for the Super 12 stage. I think Bangladesh and Scotland will go through. Bangladesh are in good form of late and should easily go through. Scotland have that experience in T20 cricket, and that should see them go through to the next stage. Let's have a look at the Super 12 stage of the ICC T20 World Cup, which sees 2 groups of 6 teams. The top 2 teams from each group will qualify for the semi-finals, and the winner of those semi-finals will play in the final. In Group 1, we have England, Australia, South Africa, the West Indies, the top group from Group A in the first round, and the second best team from Group B in the first round. Group 2, we have India, Pakistan, New Zealand, Afghanistan, the second best placed team in Group A in the first round, and the first best team in Group B in the first round. Let's have a look at all the squads from the teams in the Super 12 stage and talk about their squad and the key player to look out for. Let's start with Group 1. Let's start with the defending champions, the West Indies. Their captain is Kieron Pollard. They have won 2 T20 World Cup titles in 2012 and 2016. Their squad is Pollard, Pooran, Allen, Bravo, Chase, Fletcher, Gale, Hepmeyer, Lewis, McCoy, Simmons, Rampal, Russell, Thomas, and Walsh. A squad full of match winners, this West Indies T20 squad. Loads of experience in the T20 format, also in T20 World Cups as well. They've got some players who were involved in the 2012 and 2016 victories, which will put them in good stead in 2021. One of the favourites to win in 2021 as well. Who's my key player to look out for the West Indies is Kieron Pollard. He's handy as a cricketer, good with the bat and the ball. His captaincy will be important for the West Indies if they are going to win back-to-back titles. Not easy winning back-to-back titles, as we all know. It's not easy to back up the next tournament to win again, so that'll be a challenge for the West Indies. But his own performance and his captaincy will be crucial for the West Indies in terms of them trying to win back-to-back titles. So he's my key player to watch out for the West Indies. Let's have a look at England's squad. Their captain is Owen Morgan. They've won 1 T20 World Cup title. That was back in 2010. Their squad is Morgan, Ali, Bairstow, Billings, Butler, Tom Curran, Jordan, Livingston, Milan, Mills, Rashid, Roy, Willie, Wokes, and Wood. A squad full of match winners, loads of experience in the T20 format will put them in good stead. No Archer or Stokes in this squad is a big blow for England, but England's depth in T20 cricket should be able to cover Archer and Stokes. Who's my key player to look out for England is Liam Livingstone. He's been in good form of late, played well in the 100 early this year. He's a dangerous player once he gets going. Should open the batting for England, in my opinion. He's best suited to open the batting instead of batting down the order. So I think England may do that in this T20 World Cup. But he's my key player to look out for. Let's have a look at Australia's squad. Their captain is Aaron Finch. They haven't won any T20 titles as yet. Their squad is Finch, Ashton Agar, Cummins, Hazelwood, Inglis, Mitchell Marsh, Maxwell, Kane Richardson. Smith, Stark, Stoinis, Swepson, Wade, Warner and Samper. A squad full of good T20 players who have done well in the BBL, IPL and other T20 leagues around the world. But when all these players come together, it doesn't quite work at international level for Australia in the T20 format. Not great losing their last 5 T20 series in a row to England, India, New Zealand, West Indies and Bangladesh. That will certainly dent their confidence heading into this T20 World Cup. Australia are going to be challenged in this T20 World Cup, and it's going to be a battle to qualify for the semi-finals. But you never say never in cricket, and they may surprise us all. Who's my key player to look out for Australia is Glenn Maxwell. He's that X-Factor player. He's been in good form in this year's IPL for RCB. Needs to continue that good form for Australia in this T20 World Cup. He will be very important in setting and chasing down totals for Australia during this T20 World Cup as well. So Glenn Maxwell's my key player to watch out for Australia. Let's have a look at South Africa's squad, and their captain is Temba Bavuma. They haven't won any T20 World Cup titles as yet. Their squad is Bavuma, Maharaj, de Kock, Funtin, Hendricks, Klaassen, Markram, Miller, Mulder, Ngidi, Norkia, Pretorius, Rabada, Shamsi and Van der Dussen. South Africa are a team on the rebuild. Their squad has a mix of experienced T20 players with not so much experience in the T20 format. Going to be a challenge for South Africa to qualify for the semi-finals. But you never know. They may cause some upsets and they may surprise us. Who's my key player to look out for South Africa is Quinton de Kock. He's a dangerous player when he gets going. He'll be crucial for South Africa with the bat in terms of getting them off to a good start and chasing down totals with that aggressive batting that we all know Quinton de Kock does. So he will be my key player to watch out for South Africa. Let's talk about Group 2, their squads and key player for each squad. Let's start with India. Their captain is Virat Kohli. They have won one T20 World Cup title back in 2007, which was the first ever T20 World Cup in South Africa. Their squad is Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Rahul, Suryakumar Yadav, Pant, Krishna, Hardik Pandya, Jadeja, Chahar, Ashwin, Patel, Chakravarti, Bumrah, Kumar and Shami. A squad full of experience in T20 cricket. Many of these players have done well in the IPL especially, and that will put India in good stead in this T20 World Cup. Who's my key player to look out for India is Virat Kohli. Last T20 World Cup as captain of India, he announced he is stepping down as T20 captain after this T20 World Cup. He will be determined to lead India to victory in this T20 World Cup. He will be crucial for India, especially in run chases during this T20 World Cup. If India are chasing a difficult total, they may need Kohli's experience in run chases to get them over the line. As we know, Kohli's record in run chases is excellent. So he's my key player to watch out for India, Virat Kohli. Let's have a look at Pakistan's squad, and their captain is Babar Azam. They have won one T20 World Cup title. That was back in 2009. Their squad is Azam, Khan, Asif Ali, Saman, Haider Ali, Rauf, Hassan Ali, Imad Wasim, Hafiz, Nawaz, Rizwan, Mohammad Wasim, Ahmed, Afridi and Malik. A squad full of experience in T20 cricket, this Pakistan squad, mixed in with some veterans as well. A mixture of new exciting players who are making their mark in international cricket and especially in the T20 format. So I think that will definitely boost Pakistan's spirits in this T20 World Cup. Who's my key player to look out for Pakistan is Babar Azam. His captaincy and his own performance with the bat will be crucial for Pakistan during this T20 World Cup. He's a very good T20 player, as we all know. As we know with Pakistan, they can be a bit inconsistent. So Babar Azam will need to lead well and rally his team if they are to win this T20 World Cup. So Babar Azam is my key player to watch out for Pakistan. Let's have a look at New Zealand's squad, and their captain is Kane Williamson. They haven't won any T20 World Cup titles as yet. Their squad is Williamson, Astle, Bolt, Chapman, Conway, Ferguson, Guptill, Jamieson, Mitchell, Neesham, Phillips, Satner, Seifert, Sodhi and Southey. A squad full of players who are experienced in T20 cricket, a squad packed full of match winners with both bat and ball. And this New Zealand squad can definitely contest the T20 World Cup this year. Who's my key player to watch out for New Zealand is Kane Williamson. Very good T20 player, as we all know. He's played well in the IPL in recent years, and he can be that anchor role for New Zealand, and everyone can bat around him. So whenever New Zealand have a batting collapse, for example, he's that person that everyone can bat around with and know that New Zealand will get out of a jam if Kane Williamson's at the crease. So he'll be my key player to watch out for New Zealand. Let's have a look at Afghanistan's squad, and their captain is Mohammad Nabi. They haven't won any T20 World Cup titles as yet. Their squad is Nabi, Gurbaz, Zazar, Gandhi, Shahzad, Sahidi, Afghan, Nabib, Sadran, Janet, Rashid Khan, Rahman, Hassan, Malik, and Al-Haq. A squad that has some very good T20 players in it, like Mohammad Nabi and Rashid Khan. A squad that may cause a few upsets in this T20 World Cup, and Afghanistan can definitely do that. They are a good team when they play well, and they could cause a few upsets in Group 2 and make it challenging for the likes of India, Pakistan and New Zealand to qualify for the semi-finals. So watch out for Afghanistan in Group 2. Who's my key player to watch out for in Afghanistan is Rashid Khan. Very good bowler in T20 internationals, as we all know. He'll be very important for Afghanistan to bowl those important overs and take those important wickets when needed. So Rashid Khan is the player to watch out for me, for Afghanistan. Let's predict the top 4 teams from the Super 12 stage that will qualify for the semi-finals in this year's T20 World Cup in the UAE and Oman. I think the West Indies and England from Group 1 will qualify. I think India and either New Zealand or Pakistan will qualify for the semi-finals from Group 2. I think all of those teams are the favourites to win this year's T20 World Cup. Who do you think will qualify for the semi-finals and win the T20 World Cup? Let us know in the comments. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell to get the latest episodes of the podcast, and like and share our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter. Until next time, keep safe and bye for now.